Have you just been promoted to a leadership role? Has your dream of becoming a leader finally come true? If yes, congratulations to you. Now I remember when I became the leader for the very first time and I got that position, it gives you a sense of authority. It gives you a sense of satisfaction of all the work that you have done. It gives you a sense of gratefulness for the management who has shown the trust in you of you taking up the leadership role. It also gives you a sense of appreciation for yourself, for all the work that you have done and everybody else who has supported you for you to be where you are today. Now, while all this is happening, there is also that excitement of taking up this new role because you finally will be able to make a difference. You have the authority to make a change, and that is what you have been looking forward to for a very long time. So I can relate to this because I had all these thoughts in my mind when I took up the leadership role for the very first time. It's a very exciting phase to be in. It's like, it's like you are a newborn now. It's like, you're just doing something for the very first time. So that excitement of first time is always there. Now, while you're excited about these things, I am doing this video today to just make you aware of few things which I made a mistake in, so that you can avoid those and your journey can be smoother compared to my journey as a first time leader. So now, being a first time leader, as I said earlier, can have its sense of excitement, can have its sense of pride, can have its sense of authority, which is brilliant. It also comes with a sense of pressure which can happen because now you're not just responsible for yourself, you're responsible for the well-being and performance of a group of people who are looking up to you. You're also responsible for meeting the targets of the business. So the conversations that are going to happen with you are going to be very different now. The expectations from you are going to be very different now. Now, what will happen? Now, as much as it is understood that with any new role, the expectations will be new. So that is not the challenge. The challenge here is the pressure that you will build up on yourself, the conversation that you will have with yourself because of these expectations, because you have made that term leadership so big in your mind that you feel you're going to go out there and change the world from the very first day. Now, as much as that ambition is great and that is what we do as leaders, and it is a journey that we take and there's a lot of difference that we bring in people's life through our business, through our work, but this pressure can also make you do things that you're not supposed to do, or even if you're supposed to do them, it might make you do those things too soon than what is the right time to do it. Now let me tell you what I mean. So I'm going to share one tip with you which is going to be very critical for you. Now, this excitement of making a difference, this excitement of making an impression, this excitement can actually lead you into a mode of becoming a problem solver. So what I mean is, I remember, so I'll tell you, what I did. So the very first day when I became a leader, when I took up the leadership role, I was extremely excited. I was young, I was excited, I was full of enthusiasm that I'm going to make a difference. So I wanted to solve all the problems of my people. I wanted to be known as a leader whose team has no problems and they should be happy that I have taken up the role of leadership in their team because I have come and solved all their problems. So on the very first day, when I met my team, I called my subject matter experts. I had 2 subject matter experts in my team. I called them into a room for a meeting and I checked with them that how are things going, how's everything going. And with that, I also asked them a question that I regretted later that I should not have asked. Now, this question is what blocked my relationship with them for a while till we had further communication to clarify that. But it was a mistake that I did. My intention was not to block the conversation. My intention, as I said earlier, was to solve the problem because you want to make a difference. But the conversation did not go the way that I intended it to go. The thought process did not go the way that I intended it to do. So the question that I asked them that can you list down 5 to 10 problems, the top priority problems that your team is facing right now that needs to be fixed. Now imagine the very first day of my conversations with my subject matter experts who do not know me, who do not connect with me as person, who do not relate to me, who do not trust me, who do not respect me, where there is no bond that's been built at all. I am asking them to give me a list of all the problems that exist in their team so that I can come and fix it. Now my intention is to fix it, but what I did not understand is that I had not yet built that relationship with them for them to open up and tell me about the problems honestly. Did they write down something? Of course, they wrote down 3 to 4 problems, but they were very generic in nature that you would hear anywhere. They were not real problems. They were not honest problems that needed to be fixed. For them to be honest with me, they needed to trust me, and for that I had to give some time to build that trust, which I did not, because I was enthusiastic to go out there and make a difference and make an impression that I have arrived as a leader. So understand this. The mistake that I do not want you to make as a first-time leader is to get into a problem-solving mode, to get into a change-making mode immediately as soon as you join. First, you need to build a relationship with them. First, you need to connect with them. So how do you do this? There's a step-by-step process that I've thought of. I hope that you could relate to it and it can help you. So what I feel and believe is that when you're a first-time leader, or if you are a new leader into an organization, first you need to observe. For the first 20 to 30 days, you need to observe what is happening with the team. Just look at what is happening. Just have conversations. Let people speak. You speak the minimum. Ask questions. Seek for things. Try to understand. Just be involved where you have only 20% of what is the conversation, and 80% of conversations or 80% of communication is happening from them. So you're just asking, you're seeking, you're trying to understand. You're not judging anything. You're not saying what is right, what is wrong. You're purely trying to observe, and you're purely trying to absorb, and you're trying to seek what is happening around. So remember, the key words are observe and absorb. This is what should be for the first 30 days at least. Now, while this is happening, people start relating to you, connecting with you. They start knowing you and understanding you. They will ask questions of who you are. Those conversations will start happening. Now, once you observe and absorb, make sure that you're making notes, which you're not telling anyone, you're not sharing it with anyone, but you're making notes of what are the key observations that you're making in terms of people and in terms of process, both. Write down your observations. Now, once you do it for a while, you will get a sense that you're connecting with the team now. And once you're connecting with the team is when you need to move from observe and absorb to suggestion mode, not giving an order mode, into a suggestion mode where you get together with your team, get together with your subject matter experts and suggest certain things, saying that, okay, I observed this, or I have noticed this. What is your thought process about it? What is your way of thinking about it? So try to understand what they're saying, where you're not showing that you're judging something. You're saying, I just observed this is how things are, or this is how people behave, or this is how the work is done, or this is how this particular process or a system is. What are your opinions on it? Do you think it's at its best? Can something be done about it? So try to understand what they're saying, get into that suggestion mode, so they feel they are giving you suggestions. They feel that they are putting things forward, and you are somebody who will be the cheerleader for the changes that they are suggesting. You are somebody who is a motivator and supporter for what they want in the team. So try to understand things from them. So you are in suggestion mode, so you're building more trust, and do this very honestly and very genuinely. You're not tricking anybody. Let the process evolve with a lot of honesty. So once you do this and these conversations happen, this becomes a collaborative conversations between you, your subject matter experts, and your team. Now, once this happens is when you finalize on a couple of things that will bring in the major difference, the key priority areas that need to be worked on. It could be behavior or it could be process-wise. And once you do that is when you get the team together and you brainstorm on it, saying that, okay, these 2 key areas have been identified that will make majority of the difference and will take our team forward in terms of behavior, in terms of our results, in terms of our overall well-being of our team or the organization, whatever the intent may be. Talk about those 2 priorities and brainstorm on it. Let the team become a part of it. Now, once this is done, you would have spent good 60, 65, 70 days with your team, so 2.5 months would be over. So you would be a very well-bonded team by then. So they would know you very well as a person because of so much communication and conversation that has happened. Now, once this is done is when you finalize a plan, saying that, with our agreement, this is what we are finalizing is going to be our new way of functioning. It could be behavior or processes. And can you tell us when can we implement it? And implement it in a slow and steady manner, in a manner that the transition becomes easy. So create that plan and then put your SMEs in charge of monitoring that change that is going to happen, that change that you all have agreed to, and you just do a weekly review where they report the change to you. You're still observing, you're still absorbing, you're still making your notes, but you're letting them take the lead. And then in your weekly or bi-weekly conversations with them, you see what they are saying, you see if it is meeting your observations, and then you have a collaborative process. So this is how you build that connect with your team. This is how you let your team come up with the changes that they want. This is how you let them lead the changes. So that way you remain a leader. You're not just an individual contributor anymore. So it's important for you to remember that. So you have to act differently, you have to behave differently. You're leading the team. So you have to empower the team while you're building trust with them, you're building respect with them, you're building credibility with them. You are building that relationship with them. Alright, so I hope this helps you if you're a first time leader. So let this information not get overwhelming, let it not get intimidating. It will just evolve. Just go there, be yourself, don't try to change too many things too soon. Observe, absorb, collaborate, relate with your team, suggest, brainstorm, then come up with any change that you want to bring in the team, be it in terms of behavior or be it in terms of process.